Hi, I'm Joe Mastriano, and after years of research on myself, I've been a self help guy for my whole life pretty much. What I've discovered is to have your best life, you need to manage control of your life. And part of that is creating a foundation of yourself where you operate out of a high self esteem and level of confidence that you're able to seek out solutions to your problems. You see, the problem that most people have is they listen to gurus and you buy courses and they say do this and do that, and 6 months later it becomes this great course that you took, but you're still having the same problems that you've had before. And so, let me give you a little bit about my background. I've taken the S training in 1980. I've done the S training again, took seminars. Werner Erhard started this. I've also become an NLP practitioner, something Tony Robbins made famous in the early 80s as well. Later on, I became a master practitioner. I've done the Course in Miracles. You'll find those books in religious bookstores. I've read textbooks on the ego, and I've always examined why I exercise, diet, seek money, all of that stuff. And the conclusion I've come to was that if you build a good core, a good foundation that you operate out of, when you attempt to do things, if it fails, so what? You're still the same strong person. You see, we give up too easily. If you were in sports, your coach would tell you to work on the fundamentals over and over for hours each day. If you're a basketball player, you practice shooting. If you're a quarterback, you practice passing over and over. If you're a baseball pitcher, you pitch and you pitch. But if we're trying to diet, we make 3 attempts or 5 attempts and then we give up. And what I discovered is that if you if we support each other in our quest for maintaining that strong foundation, and I've been doing this for a while. I've been doing this for about a year and a half, and I've had major, major success in health, relationships, and money. And so, what I put together is something that philosophers, Plato, um, psychiatrists, people have discovered, but when they give it to the public, they say, here, do this, do this. And again, it becomes some nice thing you listen to, and then you might do it a little bit, or if you're lucky, you might succeed a little bit. But what I'm talking about is something that I have such a strong passion about, like I did when I got into IRS representation, 1980, over 40 years ago. I started my CPA firm and I've done thousands of cases. And to this day, still, my heart goes out to people who are victimized that have IRS problems. And I've had plenty of opportunities in my career for money and to be partners in some big company or whatever, and I turned it down because I was not passionate about it. Finally, I'm moving forward with this big time because it is my passion. And so, let's get to the point. What I call the MC-OYL Method, manage control of your life, is made up of a few things. And I'm not going to tell anybody how to live their life or give you the exact solution to a problem because I recognize that everybody is different. A solution for you is not the same as the solution for me. So you can feel free to bend and twist what I'm telling you. However, you must do it consistently. And that's the trick. There is 100% success. And I'm not just boasting here. If you don't quit, you will be successful. What will you be successful in? You'll be successful in feeling confident each day that when problems come up, that you'll be resourceful enough to find a solution that you're happy with, that you get to move forward. And you don't exist with all these problems that are weighing you down. Not that the problems won't exist, but they will not weigh you down. So let's go. The first one is self-talk affirmations. In the past, I grew up in an environment where if you did something wrong, our parents said, "Oh, you stupid idiot." And we adopted that. Only I didn't realize until later on that your brain will believe what you tell it. And if you tell it something over and over again, there are no exceptions. I thought in my own wisdom that my brain will be able to distinguish that I just said you're stupid, but I didn't really mean that I was stupid. But my brain didn't know the difference. I read 2 textbooks on the ego. I read how the brain works. And that's how the brain works. Over and over, the repetition. You have an infinite way, physically, mentally, that your brain and body accepts what you do over and over. Habits as well. So you must feed yourself daily with positive self-talk affirmations. Now, I used to have a whole big list, and people will say, "Oh, affirmations don't work. Oh, affirmations work." No, I'm talking about make it work for you. Muhammad Ali had one affirmation: "I am the greatest." And every day he told himself, "I am the greatest." And that's what he needed. Some of us need 30 or 40 affirmations. I did for a while, but right now I tell myself each day that I'm resourceful, and when I'm doing something, I stay focused. And right now, that's what works for me. The trick is weekly to be able to alter them. And there'll be a separate video on this in more detail. The second one is focus. Throughout the day, you need to stop yourself and say, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing now? Am I engaged in what I'm doing, or am I worried about something that's going to happen in the future? Or am I worried about something that's going to happen in the past? Or I'm worried about something that might happen now. You must be so engaged that other people don't throw you off track. And people will tell themselves, "Oh, well, it's my family. Oh, it's this one." And the video that I do concerning focus will discuss that in more detail. But if daily you attempt to stay focused with what you're supposed to be doing at that time of day, that's a key. The third one is your end of day notes. At the end of each day or beginning, like I said, you can change this around, but you must analyze how you felt about the day. Because the key to managing control of your life is each day to feel like you had an okay day. It's a terrible life to tell yourself that, well, something in the future is going to benefit me, and I just need to sweat it out and have all these terrible days until that future point happens. You've got to realize that life happens now, and now there's no predicates for being happy. Now is the time that you stay focused. Now is the time that you tell yourself your self talk affirmations. And now is the time that you analyze each day and say, did I have a good day? Did I have a bad day? And why? There'll be a video on that as well. Now, while you're doing this, you make an attempt, read books. There's plenty of stuff on the internet about confidence and self-esteem. You work toward increasing your confidence and self-esteem. Now, when you do this, magic happens. Imagine not having to struggle to do things. Imagine over time having the confidence that as you start doing things, you have better results. I'll go on and on about this in another video. This video is getting long already. So the purpose of this group, the purpose of my network, is that we support each other and have conversations so that we don't give up. That's the first key that needs to happen. We do not give up. There will be days you forget. There's days I forget. But if we stay with it, there will be 100% success. Thank you. And please watch the other videos.